And I was arguing with people last week about Lamar because I've never jumped off that train. And if you jump off the Lamar train, I think you're unwise because that MVP guy is still in there. The throws that he made yesterday, the throws where he's fitting them over the second level defenders
After a heavy play action.
heavy play action, the throw to Beckham backed up. These are fucking elite throws. There's one other guy that I'm seeing make these throws with regularity in the NFL, and that's Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
These are like elite arm talent, decisive, smart throws that he's making.
Tyson Bagent.
And don't tell me, don't tell me that he's always looking to run because I saw him stand in the pocket yesterday for 10 seconds and hit Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah, he bounced off 3-0 linemen. He was like, let me run up in your butt. Let me run up in your butt. Let me escape out here.
Bro.
I'm going to throw a fucking dart for a touchdown to Nelson Aguilar.
He went climb the pocket. He went bail out of the pocket with intent to throw, still out to the right sideline, bought himself an extra 2-3 seconds to watch Nelson Aguilar and Bateman cross. And once they crossed, he led Nelson where he was going. That's the scramble drill right there, Kyle. And it's a scramble drill where you're not looking to scramble. It's the one where you're looking to break the defense's back.
And it's a scramble drill with receivers that know that their quarterback. And this is one of my pet peeves. Phil Simms and I talked about this yesterday. People that say he kept his eyes down the field. It's like, oh, no fucking shit. Where's he going to keep his eyes? But he kept his intent down the field. And he kept his patience.
I like that.
And his receivers know that he's doing that because that's obviously shown up in practice. You and I both know, and Nate, they run scramble drill in practice all the time. So these receivers know that he's going to make the right throw.
But what I love about him more is that, like, a guy like Aguilar on that play, recently he just had a bad drop.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, to keep looking his way and you as a player knowing, hey, I know I fucked up. I know I made a bad drop. And maybe in my head, I'm like, damn, he might not look my way in that situation again. Yeah. But the guys who play with Lamar, it definitely seems like they know that he has a short-term memory, and it's like, bro, I'm coming to you again. Next time I come to you, just make sure you make the play. And those guys, they did it.
And from the beginning of the game, and I thought this was obvious that their game plan was, hey, if we look at this front, we feel like we can block them. And that's what we said coming into the game. They were going to block the edges. I know Hutchinson's great. I like the matchup with Moses and Stanley. That played out. Okay, inside, you're worried about McNeil. They did a pretty good job, and I thought the protection was great. Then it's going to be a situation. How long can we keep these guys attentive in zone? How long can these guys sit back there and look at Lamar and stretch? Like, Lamar's very good at extending plays and manipulating the zone with where he is out of the pocket, inside the pocket. And the longer you got to defend, those linebackers were in a blender from the beginning of the game. You could see it like the very first play.
They had no clue where to look.
The very first play. It's the first play I think is a read option, or it's like a read with a throw threat. It's an RPO. The first fucking play, you've got multiple guys doing the wrong thing. That continued through the game, and it all ties into Lamar Jackson. So huge for them. 28-0 before you could get to the half, and
28-0, and then the Lions are like, all right, we're going to commit to stopping the run because we know we can't make the right reads at the second level, so we're going to just jam this box.
Yep.
We're going to commit to the run. And Lamar's like, oh, okay, I'll just throw it.
Yep.
And then the Ravens are the Ravens.